Here's a series of enclosures from the solo No Blues by Wes Montegomery, live smoking at the half note. Here's a couple of enclosures from Duke Ellington's Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me, the head. Now I'm going to play a couple of different enclosures from Eric Clapton. We're going to start with part of the solo from Crossroads. There it is. He also does the same type of enclosure when he plays through the solo on Sunshine of Your Love over this part. Hi, this is Sean. Welcome to Guitar Reference Guide. Super excited about today's lesson. We're going to be going through one of my favorite things, and that's enclosures. I'm going to teach you what they are, how to use them. I'm going to show you 3 examples of enclosures. We're going to go through part of a Wes Montgomery solo. There's going to be a couple different enclosures in there. I'm going to go through Duke Ellington head, Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me, that's the first part of it. And a couple of different Eric Clapton solos, just pieces of the solo so you could see how he uses the enclosures to make his solos more melodic. I also created a couple of really cool exercises based on these examples, and we're going to go through those, and those will also be on the PDF. If you like what you see in this video, click the link below. It'll take you to my website. There you can get the PDF that'll correspond to this lesson. Please subscribe, like, etc. Let's dig in. Okay, so before we dive into the Wes Montgomery enclosure, we're going to just talk about what is an enclosure. An enclosure is when you target a certain note that you want to play, but you don't directly go to that note. You approach it from above and below, or below and above. For example, if I have a C note and I want to target that C note, I'm going to go a scale tone above, which would be my D, and then a scale tone below, that would be my B, and then here's my target. So that would be a scale enclosure, and I'm targeting the C. Say I went to the D. Now I'm going a whole step above the D. Then I'm going a whole step below the D, because those would be the notes in the scale, and then I'm targeting the D. Chromatic enclosure would sound something like this. Say I went above and below using a chromatic enclosure. Now I'm literally playing C sharp, which is not in the key, which creates tension. Then I'm going a half step below to the B to the C, and that would be an enclosure. I could also use the note that I'm enclosing. That's a very common enclosure. That's one of the ones that Wes does. Okay, now for the Wes Montgomery enclosure, the first one that you heard sounds something like this. So he's starting with the flat 7 of an F. He's playing a F blues, and he's targeting the C, which is the 5th of an F triad. So the enclosure is actually here. We play a D. We're going to go to a D flat. Now we're going to go a half step below the C, which is a B, and then to the C. There's my enclosure. So I'm playing a scale tone above, chromatic approach, half tone below, and here's my target, the C. He's starting from the flat 7. Now he's coming here to the next note, which is he's going to target this A note. Now he's going to do a different type of enclosure. This is a chromatic enclosure. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. He's starting a half step below the target. He's playing the target, going a half step above the target, half step below the target, and coming back. So far we have second enclosure. Now the A is the 3rd of F, and I think that's what he's doing. He's targeting that A note. And then now he's going to target the F note, which is the tonic of the blues. Doing the same enclosure we started with. So instead of playing that here, he's playing it here. Here's my F. He's going a whole step above. half step. Now he's going a half step below to the target. So we have, so if I play that whole sequence, it would sound like this, really slow. Targeting the C, targeting the A, the third, targeting the tonic. And then the next line is not an enclosure. The next line just goes like this. It's basically playing through Mixolydian scale here again, but then a chromatic line back to the G to the F. So there he's playing straight triplets. Then he's targeting the F. So that's the Wes lick that you heard when I opened with. A very important part of doing the enclosures is the timing. Now, when Wes does this certain enclosure, what he does is he starts with a quarter note and then he does a triplet, and he does that so he lands on the beat, framing that note in a very prominent way. So if I do the timing, it's going to go, this is on the third beat. This will be 3, 4 triplet, 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4 triplet, 1. So it's essential that you think about the timing when you're doing these enclosures. It's optimal to land on a beat, but they also work great if you don't land on a beat, then it's not quite as obvious that you're going after the note. Now I'm going to show you how to apply a couple of these enclosures to a standard 12-bar blues in A. A minor pentatonic scale will be our main go-to, and here we go. Okay, so over the one chord, I played standard minor third, quarter note, and then I did the Wes enclosure with the triplets. And then now it went to the 4 chord, the D, so I played the second Wes enclosure, targeting the D note, minor third to major third to the tonic. Then I played the chromatic enclosure targeting the third of the one, the A, which would be over the A7. And then I came back, and then I did that same enclosure an octave lower. So those are some examples of using it in a very simple context over a standard 12-bar blues in A, targeting, framing those notes that you want to highlight. You can use that over any progression. That was just a blues. Okay, for the Duke Ellington, Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me enclosure, this is one of my favorite ones. It's going to sound something like this. So here we have 2 enclosures happening one after another in sequence. Enclosure number 1 is going to sound like this. Here we're looking at an F major scale. And within the F major scale, we're playing the B. Here's the scale will be B flat, A, and there will be my G. These will be notes that are coming out of an F major scale. He's targeting the A note. The A note is the third of F major 7. So what he's doing here is on the Wes enclosure that used the scale and the chromatic approach, this is going to go in the other direction. So here, because between the B flat and A, there's only a half step, when you use this enclosure, what you have to do, when you only have a half step between those 2 notes and you're coming from above, you need to go down a minor third. And now you use the chromatic approach to get to your target. And then the second enclosure is going to sound like this. So the timing is very important. For this enclosure, you come in on the end of 1, 1, and 2, and 3. Notice how he's landing on the beat. 1, and 2, and 3. Second enclosure, and 4, and 1. So here we're just playing through the scale. Here would be my F major scale starting on a C. Then I'm coming to the B flat, skipping up, down to a minor third, to the G, to the target. And there's my F major scale enclosure. So the F major scale enclosure with the chromatic approach, the scale enclosure, F major, and we come back. And then he does it again. This time, what he's going to do is he's going to use quarter note triplets. And then this is a really cool trick. When you get done the enclosure, if you were to add an arpeggio onto that, it's going to sound great. And that's what he does at the tail end. And there's my triad. F triad. Enclosure, triad to my target. So those are a couple of great concepts and examples of using enclosures, and that is do nothing until you hear from me. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. The next examples are going to be from two different Eric Clapton solos. The first one we're going to look at is Sunshine of Your Love. I think this is around the 2:29 mark on the timestamp. It's the part that goes like this. We're basically going to play. So here, we're looking at this D minor pentatonic scale. He's playing this riff, over Sunshine of Your Love, and what he's doing here is he's targeting the major third of D. Starting with this double stop lick, playing 14 and 13, major pentatonic scale, sliding back to the 4, minor 3, major 3, and there's my enclosure, there's the target. And then he comes back to that note. So that's something you hear a lot in blues. So that was the Eric Clapton for the Sunshine of Your Love. Now he does the exact same enclosure over Crossroads, over this part. There it is again. So over this he's playing over an A, it's an A blues. And over the first solo, this is part of the solo, he's hitting the 4, minor 3, coming into the major third. There's my 4, there's my minor 3, there's my major 3. And that is another really cool enclosure. You can do it anywhere. And that one's really common. You hear that a lot in blues. So one more time. So a half step. You're basically playing a half step above the target note, a half step below, and then hammering into your target. Okay, so now we're going to go through really, really cool enclosure exercise. We're going to use one of the enclosures from the West solo, one of the enclosures from the Do Nothing Until You Hear From Me, the Duke Ellington. I'm going to play through it and then I'm going to break it down. So here what we're doing is I'm playing, this is basically a C major descending chromatic enclosure. So what I'm doing is I'm descending in a chromatic fashion. I'm playing a whole step above my target within the scale. So I'm looking at my basic C major scale. Starting with the C, I go to the next note, which would be a D, and I'm going to move down in a chromatic fashion to C sharp, creates a lot of tension. Then I'm going to move down a whole step, which is a half step below my target, and then I'm going to play my target. The timing, it's very important you play on the end of 1, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hold that for 2 beats. Now we're going to target the D. So for the D, we're going to have to start with E, go down a half step, then a half step below our target to our target. Now we're going to move to our E. So now this is the problem with the E. This is the do nothing till you hear. This is from the do nothing till you hear from me enclosure. Because we only have a half step, I would need to start from F sharp, but that's not going to work for this enclosure. So because I have a half step, what I'm going to do here on this one is I'm going to play from because my target is E, I'm going to play from F to D, which is a minor third down. Then I use my chromatic enclosure to approach my target. You could also play it like this. So 1 and 2 and target. And you're going to do that every time there's a half step in between your target and your starting note. Now I'm going to go to my G. So here we're going A flat, chromatic approach, target. Now I'm going to go for the A. So I go whole step above, chromatic, half step below, target. This is the do nothing till you hear me, do nothing till you hear from me one again. So because now I'm targeting the B, starting from C, I need to move down, minor third, chromatic approach my target. And then the last one is going to be my C. And here this would be D, D flat, approach, target. You can also play it here. That was the Wes one. One of the most effective ways to use enclosures is to use them in conjunction with a scale or an arpeggio. In this example, I'm going to do the same enclosure we did earlier, but when I'm done the enclosure, I'm going to play an arpeggio. I'm going to go through a C major 7 arpeggio. Then we're going to look at the three different arpeggios in those chord tones. So we're going to do a C major 7 arpeggio, E minor 7 arpeggio, G 7 arpeggio, and B minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. So if I start with my C, there's my C arpeggio. That works great. What a great line, right? Now I'm going to go to the E minor 7. So now I'm going to play the enclosure starting on the F. And that would be my E minor 7 arpeggio after I play the enclosure based on the E. Now I'm going to go from there to my G7. So my G. Now I'm going to go to my B minor 7 flat 5. And if I put those all together, it would sound like this. So any one of those things would work fantastic. If you're in the midst of a solo, you're playing over something, yeah, you target the arpeggio. Say I'm playing over an A minor. Say I'm playing over an A7. That's also going to work great. Hope you liked what you saw in this lesson. I love enclosures. I think they're really fun. They're a great way to add some melodic content to your solos and your ideas. Thanks so much.